Meow. Wowie zowie!
Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to a fine Wednesday evening. Hey, thank you so much for 6 months, half a year. It's already 6 months. Time is flowing faster than we can calculate it. Welcome on in. Congratulations on getting first Omega. Congrats on getting second Cake. Congrats on getting third Aqua. Also, welcome on in. Oh, hold on. Also, welcome on in Hemlock, welcome on in Munchies, and welcome on in Rosie. Good to see all of you as well. I'm Sector Leader Cody, and I'm Cody. Also, a big welcome to anybody who may have arrived here on a lurk as well. Also, we got some check-ins, we got some streaks, and some pretty significant streaks, like milestones. We've got multiple people hitting the 50 mark for streaks. 50 streams without the feature breaking. Or without maybe like missing the odd day and Twitch not giving you the chance to catch up, because Twitch has done that to a few people before too. All of my streams are available for 60 days after the stream, so you should be able to, go and view the previous stream in that, or at the least, if it's a Wednesday to Friday that stream that you missed, you can catch the next day's stream, and it should also save your streak if that feature works properly. But yeah, congrats on that. Also, apparently we're getting like super close to 400 followers. Wow. Okay. Oh, before we know it, we hit this checkpoint, and we hit this checkpoint as well. We've also got some pretty impressive check-ins to go over here. So we got Aqua attending the 74th session. 98.7% is a super difficult attendance rate to maintain. Anything above 80% is really difficult. So if you see that percentage there, then you're maintaining a pretty difficult to maintain attendance rate. Oh, hold on. We've got a weather observation. There we go. Cake checked in for the 68th session, almost at the nice number, with an attendance rate of 94.4%. Also very difficult to maintain. And we've got Omega with one of the most difficult kinds of attendance rates to maintain. We've got a 75 sessions on 100%. That is extremely difficult to maintain. So it's really something to maintain something like that. And Rosie's building up to 20 sessions, 95.2% attendance rate. I guess now's a good time to put a bit of a reminder on how this check-in system works. So the check-in system, my check-in system, there's two different ways to check in. Just chatting in chat will silently check you in. I don't have any outputs for any of that stuff to reduce the amount of clutter in the events of, let's say, a large raid comes in and people start talking. Well, I don't want the sectoral captain flooding the chat with a whole bunch of attendance sessions and all that stuff. You can also check in by using the channel point redeem that you saw being used a few times earlier. That will also check you in if it's your first action in the channel. It is a lurker-friendly redeem. I won't mention nor acknowledge it. So it'll appear there for your reference. That's also why the output doesn't point out to who in particular that attendance rate is. Just make the assumption if you redeemed it and you see the message pop up after, that's probably yours. So we've got an auto check-in feature, because if you're anyone like me, I forget to use the check-in feature in a lot of channels that have it. Or I don't want to be called out by using the check-in thing. I just want to, just chill in the background, and I don't end up doing the check-in stuff as a result of that, too. So yeah, lurker-friendly check-in. If you've already chat before, if you've already used a different redeem before or after, then I'll mention it. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Also, the attendance rate, it's one or the other will check you in and increase your... it'll update your metadata once. You can use both, but if you use the check-in after chatting, it'll just tell you where you're currently at, if that's the case. Although the wording will not be different, so I guess you won't really tell the difference in terms of that. But yeah, basically, I have a protection against the double check-in thing. I have a little flag that gets set to each person who's already been checked in. So it only counts your check-in up by one once you have checked in at least like once during the stream. So yeah, we saw a pretty good example of it in action and it actually working. Welcome to the first stream of the week. That is the stream that is on a Wednesday. Also, I should be able to get away with high power face tracking. Or did I already have it active? I noticed the sectoral leader was avoiding looking at you, at everybody. It's some sort of interesting side effect of the high power tracking. The low power tracking, the sectoral leader looks at you most of the time. But on high power, the sectoral leader seems to behave much like I would in real life and avoid eye contact. Like, my face will be turned towards you, but I'll be like looking just a bit off because direct eye contact is just, I don't know, it just registers oddly for me. Now, if you were to actually communicate with the sectoral leader, he definitely makes eye contact. He's pretty good about it. But me, that's a different story. Blink tracking setting. There's a separate window for blink tracking. I don't know. I think it's doing a pretty good job for the most part. As long as I don't have the microphone between me and my eyes, usually it works pretty well. The problem, however, I've shut off the limp sync feature and made it sound-based because my mouth is behind the microphone most of the time. How is it going to know when my mouth is moving if my mouth is behind the microphone? Either way, for a lesser-known piece of software, this software does a pretty decent job. And this software, in combination with the throw-in software, makes for a little extra fun. We'll head on over here. High quality H2O. Heck yes. Oh my goodness. Tap water is... but filtered water... so much better. Okay, let me move that window up. Why does it say what that window is... What? No, that window's not over. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was trying to read patch notes for a certain game. Certain game that a lot of people are talking about. Now, is this going to affect what the heck I stream in the future? Maybe. But remember, I like to plan things, so... It might be a little bit before I can get certain things established. Anything off stream? Yep. Yeah, I might have been playing a bit... Well, actually, I was playing Kirby Air Riders a few days ago. That's it. Gotta play some Kirby Air Riders. But also, that hightail game that everybody's talking about. I've been playing a bit of that. Because, well, it's like Minecraft, but it has quality of life improvements. And it's only just started, and it's pretty decent. Pretty decent. You talk about with Fool. Oh yeah, we've been doing some of that stuff. Also, I have a creative world that I have been slowly working on. I actually don't have too much free time. I do have an increase of free time tonight, but didn't have very much most of this month so far. Lots of stuff to do during the day, and not too much time to do stuff during the evening. So, yep, lots to do. I tush about that with... Okay, yes, okay, sectoral captain. All right. Let's get Final Fantasy 14 launched. That's what we're doing today. Did I even mention what we were doing today? We're playing Final Fantasy 14 today. We're doing more Stormblood. Oh, my goodness. Okay. We're gonna get this moved over here. I'm gonna actually remember to change the topic this time. Oh, look at that. You actually remembered to change the topic. Imagine that. We have ads coming up, by the way, so we're not going to be able to go straight into cutscenes, so I'll use the ad time to get Final Fantasy 14 launched and prepared.
Break.
Was playing 12 for a bit, but I needed a break and jumped into Skyrim for the last week. Some good old Skyrim. Now, we did change to New Game Plus last time. Also, last time, in case you were wondering, the main antagonist is cheating, as always. If you meet a main antagonist early in the game, they usually cheat. So now we gotta go and, like, figure out some things. Oh. We can't figure out how to disable his cheat codes yet because we got other things that we gotta fix. Other things that we gotta help people recover from the attack. Alright, the ads are starting soon, trademark, which means about 30 seconds typically. When you see the little weather report from the Sectoral Enforcement Squadron, you will know that the ads have started. They start at roughly that time. I just loaded into thunderstorms. That's the weather condition right now. Oh, there's the ads. Also, hold on. Let's see if this loads up properly. Almost. You know, if OBS's embedded containers didn't behave like hot garbage, we wouldn't have this issue. Why is this source enabled? Why is this a separate source? Hold on. Can I safely remove this source? Yes, I can. Oh my goodness, he removed a source from OBS instead of adding more and more. To be fair, I do keep a lot of the sources that I don't use disabled. A few of them I keep enabled, like the stream background. You can't see it right now, but it is enabled. It's just there as a backup in case the other sources fail. So where is the next quest anyways? I think we're supposed to be oh, here. Hold on. A search of the past. Oh, New Game Plus disabled. Are you... Give me my New Game Plus back. Why can't they execute it while mounted? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Oh no, we gotta show you an objective marker. You can't be mounted during this. Seriously? You're just... Yeah, I'm just going on different mounts here. Don't worry about it. Mount roulette. Did I lose my umbrella at some point? I think going to... Oh, wait. No. That's the other file. By the way... Wings. Hello, Lise. Wait. I think I can only offset the camera when I'm in photo mode. Alright, welcome back from the ads, everybody. Now we can start the cutscene. As always, everybody, feel free to join if you'd like. You don't have to be in the same part of the story as me. You could still be in a Realm Reborn if you want to. You can still be in a party. Just keep in mind that the party does have to be disbanded under whenever I run into a solo instance, which the story has from time to time. But if you want to follow me in the story, then you're going to want to be a little bit of a ways into the Stormblood scenarios, which is the second expansion of Final Fantasy XIV. Crowley's with Y'shtola. She still hasn't woken up, but Crow says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wound, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen when the Skull's commander cut down Milfred. A single blow, and that was it. Everything he fought for, all of his hopes and dreams of the future, gone in an instant. And do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Garlean who did it. It was an Alamean. God help me. If I ever... No, not now. Not while the General's waiting. Oh, Lise. Is this gonna be voiced then?
Were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mefrid with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Grania Lupi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gir Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails.
Oh, look, it's nighttime.
It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors. But they're our children. Our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Nargo?
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I still can't believe how strong he was.
We just need...
He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included.
That's because he's a bloody cheater.
God help us if he's next
We
in
got-
line to the Garlean throne.
We gotta find a way to disable his cheat codes, alright?
Loath though I am to
We
say
need a
that we
plan.
should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varus's heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
We need to shut off his cheat codes. That's what we need to do. I have a feeling you're about to tell us. We fight a whole bunch of guys.
Come now, even you have your limits. But then, so too must he. One legatus ruling two provinces a world apart. Yes, divide and conquer. We kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more, thereby forcing Xenos to fight a war on two fronts.
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised. And I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild. And when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there. And make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Alamigo has suffered enough.
Our connection is unstable, apparently. Every time this happens, the drop frame stays at 0, and my bitrate here looks... Well, it's always above 6,000. Ew, why is it above 7,000? Don't do that. Yeah, there you go. 6,200, that's about right. It goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government, here or anywhere else. I'm quite certain the same could be said of the Dominion Libertarian Front. Nevertheless, but we can go and assess the situation for ourselves, and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good we few can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save the Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present missions may not be monumental in scope, but it is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from imperial oppression, whom we will free. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life, there is cause to hope. My grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Over it is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I am one step ahead of you, dear sister. Or rather, Tataru is. But before we could discuss that, there is another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it if we could all make the journey together. Someone will need to remain here to serve as a liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, Azistola cannot be left unattended. Then I should obviously remain. Very well, issue addressed. You know, Alphinaud, it would be quicker to just ask, and markedly less patronizing. Alphinaud didn't want to ask you, Kryle. Oh, being around Kryle is unnerving. Because I know some of the shenanigans she puts us through. Yes, I suppose, would you be willing to look after Y'shtola and provide support to Alvin and the others? Yes, Alphinaud, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip. And don't you dare return with a gift.
A gift? Your forefathers.
Sorry. Oh, I would not dream of it. Right then. Sister, Cody, niece, gather your things. We are for Limsa Lominsa. We need a boat. Limsa Lominsa? I know a quick way to go there. We happen to have a free company estate in Limsa, so we're just going to, oh, sorry, not Limsa, Lenosia. So we're just gonna do this. There we go. We're good. Our company's actually like entertained the idea of a of upgrading from a medium to a large estate. That'd be fun. All right. Oh. The Taro should be here any moment, with our ship's captain. So we're going by sea after all. Is Mirror leading us to our pick of the... lending us our pick of the Crimson Fleet? Not exactly. You're right, inasmuch as we'll be traveling by sea. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without an impossibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. Dang, they don't have large enough fuel tanks. I guess they don't have Airbuses or super long range. Okay. Commercial class jets. But then it is equally infeasible to sail an Eorzean Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice. Which leaves us with only one other option. Ah, speak of the devil. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Carvelian of the Kraken's Arms. The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates. Greetings and salutations, Scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement. Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister and her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion. as many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. Alpina, do you really need to explain all that? But where was I? Oh yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it's important that you're aware of certain extenuating circumstances. And intent on securing passages to the Far East, you came to us, knowing us to be the proud purveyor of the said region's finest spices, which you steal from God-fearing merchants out in the high seas. Whenever pivoting the Kraken's arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause and negligible profit. Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The five seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor unfortunate soul has come to grief out on their waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragical tale of how the heir to the house never vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives and would pay a sultan's ransom for the news of his whereabouts. Oh my goodness. Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide the whims of fate, I am willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you only as far as Kugari, in Higinashi. Hingashi. Hey, look, I said it right. We will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for the departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. Just chilling with pirates. My goodness, yeah. This is why you don't mess with Tataru, because she can make connections. You can make connections with pretty much anybody. Oh my goodness. Suddenly, all those hours Tataru passed, coveting and capering in the Forgotten Night, seem rather better spent, do they not? That said, I intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something discerned about the pleasure Tataru took in making Captain Carolean squirm. Oh my goodness, that's called an inner demon. Every Lalafell has an inner demon. Which is exactly why we do not mess with Lalafells. That is why we want them on our side, not against us. Mix. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations, while they ready the vessel for departure. Tataru and I will pursue the necessary supplies. Alice, I should be grateful if you would use your time to brief Urianger on the recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea. Yes. It's time to take out that brochure on the back of the seat there and read up about the emergency evacuation routes. How very prudent of you. Very well. I shall go speak with him. What of Cody and Lise?
Water!
Ooh, water. Don't mind if I do, Helio. Don't mind if I do. Ah, filtered water that's not chlorine. My goodness. Water, like... Tap water is so over-treated in some areas. My goodness. Good cold water hits differently. Yeah. And this isn't a thermal, too, so it's going to stay cold for a while. I would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Cody. I'm chilling with Lise for a bit. We don't have to dance, so we don't have to worry about... Oh, sorry. I'm making a callback to near the beginning where she conveniently had a cramp in her leg instead of dancing. You know, back when she was Ida. Ah, yes. Revenant's Toll. Yes, I want to head way the heck back to, Moradona. More donuts. More donuts. Why does it take us so long to load this time? Alright, more donuts. There it is. It costs much less to teleport after I transport to Gridania, so let's just do that. There we go. Now the loading time's not bad. So, how's the trip, Lise? Well, here we are. We need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? Speaking of House of Splendors, hold on. There's something I have to do over there before I completely forget again. Which one did the exchanges again? I keep forgetting which bloody one it is. No, it's not this one. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Which booth had the exchange thing? Oh, for Pete's sakes. I think it was over here. No, it isn't. I never remember where it is. Like once every like few major updates I have to go over to this place. Oh, P6. I remember it being a booth. Certain NPCs. I love that description. It's my favorite description. Now, when can we make a description that doesn't suck? That's like a terrible description. It's the same NPC every time. Same NPC that I can never find every single time. I think the constant token exchange thing, like, they need to break that cycle, and they need to find a better way to do this, because I'm really tired of having to do this every time. It's not this. This is all crafting stuff, right? Yeah. It's all crafting stuff. Everything's unavailable in New Game Plus, isn't it? Hold on, maybe it's not available because I'm in New Game Plus mode. By the way, every single time this happens, it's also a ripoff. The exchange rate is absolute crap. Alright, let's get New Game Plus back up. We'll just... There, now I have a mediocre amount of these. These always get capped because the cap is 2,000, which is a really dumb cap and should be raised to 4,000. Hi, Higiri. Greetings, Cody. What brings you to the toll this eve? Stuff. What? You are Fedoma? Heavens, you scions have shown us naught but kindness. But never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years, we suffered under their tyranny. And then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor, dead. Garlemald in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banners, we gathered. And fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant. Yeah, it's because Xenos is a bloody cheater.
You are truly planning to travel to Doma? I do not know what to say. Forgive me. I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land, nestled in the eastern coast of Othard, along the banks of one river. Our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Garleans came, 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and fish, but travel was soon restricted. The river, and now the river belongs to none.
River? Okay. And...
What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. That you go to join Yuguri and go to... And the fight fills me with such joy. give my instructions. You require information, yes? We of the Nage clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle, even. Now it is home to the Imperial Viceroy Witch, and her host of men in Magitech. Think that it was once a shining symbol of our heritage, and the seat of our dear Lord Kayan has become a den for Garlean dogs.
I have learned stuff. Lise, I have learned stuff. Garleans, Doma, something about those two. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The older Domans I spoke with tried to teach me about all the Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I'd like to think Eorzeans can be stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially Ashgardians. But anyway, did you know that they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that they had, actually. Or at least, that's what I thought they told me. That's what I thought they told me. Wait, what? It wasn't all that hard, actually. Or at least, that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger Domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old... Wow. What you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. And I hope they do. I hold chopsticks very differently. But it works. It's not the way most people are familiar with, but it still works. Like my different way of holding a pencil. The Tramix. Back to Limsa Lominsa again? Right, no point in waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Lominsa. Alfred said he'd meet us at the ferry docks, I think. We're ready to go. Oh. The world? As soon as you hear the docks in Limsa, Arcana skilled. That's where it is. You are returned. Oh, you are returned, Cody. I trust you learned much from our Doman friends in Revenant's Toll. I'm eager to hear all. Though, that can wait until we have left port. We'll have enough time to talk on our journey to Kugane. Narspice Trade and friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand we are ready to depart. Hola.
All set, lad. I'll see you at the ship if so.
The misery. Oh,
12 be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late.
Urianger! Tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
the shadows are
Well,
gradually
that sounds
taking over
suitably
Yanji.
foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
Be scared of the unknown? Is that the advice?
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
Oh. Oh.
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Well,
Though
dang.
undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Quite the gift.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
A prophecy that seems ominous. And a new sword for Alisei. All right. And off they go. Off they go to the seas. Multiple arms. Zip is reaching out. Grabbing this guy. Ah. Long sailing. Yeah, good. We avoided the Kraken drawn on the map. Whirlpool.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself.
Lovely.
Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
Okie dokie. Quite the place.
Not under normal circumstances.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
That should not be there.
If you will excuse me a moment. Actually, might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
I shall bring myself and the teacups. Well, the plot should warp me up here, actually. Wait. Ah! It was an illusion all along. We were never allowed down there. I wonder if we're about to go into a dungeon. Ow. It was a Mario hat. But I'm not Mario. The crystal star is Mario. Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No. As the man said, despite the absence of a wind and current, the misery is somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the cerulean engines you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based on the knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them things the lads saw. Things. Now, I don't suppose I could convince you to attempt something more descriptive. An adjective, for an example. Seawolf superstitions and fairy tales, not more. But if you must know, the things which you so written to name are the souls of a deceased women said to lure sailors to their death. Oh yeah, sirens. Okay. Preposterous. Yes, indeed. If it is neither sea nor weather which is responsible, then it is probably a predatory entry of some sort. Perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse. To let the current take us to where it will and deal with whatever we find there. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I'm beginning to like you, girl. Once we arrive at our destination, my crew shall remain with the ship to defend it while we venture to deal with cause of our troubles. Sounds good. Then it is settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rule the day it reeled us in. And that leads us to the next dungeon. Sorry, the first dungeon of Stormblood. Yeah, we have duty support and all that good stuff, so we don't have to go in with random people. Once we hit the first trial, we will have to go in with random people. I'll have to brief myself at some point and remind myself of what what the normal version of the trial is, because we played the extreme version so many times that I've completely forgotten the patterns of normal. I might be a high enough level. Oh, should we go into Summoner? Nice. I think, if I'm not mistaken, yep, I'm pretty sure these are the glasses that I got from a high-end level 100 treasure dungeon. And I'm glad I got them. They look great. It's dungeon time! You piece of... Oi! Why is that bug? And I can't edit it while in a dungeon. That is so annoying. Hey, look, it's a banshee. Go get him. Apparently a lot of people have difficulty adapting to the changes that Summoner went through when they went through major changes. But when it comes to navigating the summons, you can swap whichever one you want to use first. Just keep in mind that the fire aspected one has a cast timer. That's the big thing you're going to want to note. Oh, there's more of them? Oh, excellent. I like going through the cast one first, but if you're in a situation where AoEs are being spammed everywhere, then maybe you want to start with the Summon and Titan first. And then I usually wrap it up with summoning Bird Lady, sorry, Garuda. Thanks, auto-targeting. That's the one I want to target. Oh, wait. This is what... I went the wrong way. This is where I want to go. Alright, so now we gotta go and greet them. That's not the move I want to use. My finger was on the wrong key. Fine. That's all fine.
I hope you like it rough.
Don't save it to Amanda. Amanda would answer yes. All right. Hello, reflection of Carblage. Unfortunately, the NPC tanks in general are not the best at tanking. Also, why do I have... Hold on, I'm swapping this. There we go. Supposed to be single target and multi-target. That's supposed to be the order I have everything in. Defeat Lugat. Okay. All right.
Focus. Release.
Okay. So here's the mini boss. Here's the mini boss stuff for theme for Stormblood.
With you.
Stack marker.
For the House of Leria.
Oh, it faced away from me. All right, I get DPS uptime. It might have been because I did a practice that's not recommended. Standing behind the tank. No, I actually took aim at the tank this time. Okay. Titan combo or... Sorry, our Ifrit combo, then our Titan combo. I can cast this while running around because it doesn't really have a cast timer. There we go. All done. We can grab this if we want, but... I'll put it into my, I'll change it for, free company... Or, sorry, Grand Company credits. Whee! Oh, by the way, fall damage doesn't exist in some dungeons too, which is a little ridiculous. I could grab this if I want, but it might be an inventory plugger. Oh! That doesn't really plug inventory, actually. Albatross, those are some ugly looking albatross. They look nothing like the albatross that I remember seeing. By the way, albatross, oh my goodness. So they're seabirds. In fact, they're so true to being seabirds that they are super clumsy on land. It is hilarious to watch one try to land on land. Here's our Garuda combo. Garuda. Bird lady. And there's our obnoxious ads. They decided to wait until I was in the middle of a dungeon so that we couldn't really do too much mitigation here. Well, before we get to the next mini-boss, I'll just chill with the next mini-boss if we're not there yet.
No quarter.
Okay, no quarter on this one.
Take this!
These AoEs leave behind marks, so don't be in them. Alright, and then we take this conveniently timbered over a piece of wood. Treasure copper. Okay, that's another thing I can cash in for some extra Grand Company credits. Alright, we're in Spooky Land now. Here we go. Alright, boy. Over here. Liz, why are you standing in a hazardous AoE? A lot of AoEs around here. Oh yeah, you go Dreadworm, then you go into I don't know, I'm going into Ifrit. And then we go to Titan, and then Garuda typically. That's how I typically do it. You can do it in any order really. And do not use healing. Summoner's healing sucks. It's there, but it sucks. That move is interruptible, but there's no point in interrupting the dark spell. It's easy. The AoE is easy to get out of. You can sneak in your energy siphon and ruin from time to time as well. That's not what I want. Okay, we still got a minute and 20 seconds until the ads are over, so we're gonna wait. We'll just chill here. I'm gonna chill by this red lantern. Yes, there we go. Yeah, exactly, Alphanet. Alphanet, you don't need... Alphanet, I think Alphanet has a fear of ghosts. Oh, what happened there? Did a space get typed after? Well, it does auto-refund you when that happens, so at least there's that. I thought I had it too lower that changed it all to... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I don't have it on fireball. Hold on, let me see if this is case sensitive. I don't like having them case sensitive. Throw something, thunder. Ignore capitalization. Maybe there is a space after there and I just don't know. Either way, if a space if a space does troll you, you do get auto refunded when the throw doesn't happen. Is it a space? Or you just have something annoying happening right now with Wait. Space at the beginning? What? Yeah, hold on. Hold on. If I throw something and I go Krista. When that Krista froze like that, I thought that was a fake Krista. Throwing a Krista and a Dimenda have a very small chance of throwing a fake Krista or a fake Dimenda. You'll know when it happens. I don't know why it's being so picky. Throw something. Bell. Huh. Interesting. What the heck? Well, how the heck is the message being parsed? Oh, maybe it's a third-party thing? I don't know. An extension thing? I don't know. I know somebody in the past had an issue with an extension screwing around with how their messages were thrown through before, but I don't know. Alright, so welcome back from ads, everybody. We stopped before the next mini-boss. Not that there's any story. This fella is just there. Red Worm. Throw in a Death Flare because we can. When you hit level 70, you can do this one too. Yeah, you limit break. Do that limit break. Stay out of the shadows.
I have my pride.
This fellow will later combine that with another mechanic, so keep that in mind. Bloodlust just hits everybody. There we go. Move myself over here. Oh, well, come on in, Lucci. Oh my goodness. Also, checking in for the 35th session. We got that number building. Yes, yes, Alphanid. We know you have your pride. We heard you. Oh, I shouldn't be wasting that while I'm in Dreadworm. Dreadworm does a lot more damage. Ah, Omega's unleashing all the Cristas. Don't know why I canceled that. I think I thought I had barrier that I could use. And I didn't. Okay, I'll just chill here then. Definitely forgotten way too many a time. Gonna sleep shortly, not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. Definitely have those days. If you swing on by in chat though, the auto check-in will take care of you. Unfortunately, I can't have it auto check people in just for entering in a lurk. It has to be through the channel point or through talk-in. Only the old Twitch API supported that, so. Lots of restless nights where I'm sleeping, but getting it low quality. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't like those kinds of sleeps. Definitely dealt with that before. Are you good? This is the closest creature. Can you be a tank, please? Thank you. NPC tank things. Now those nights suck because you could get your full 8 hours in and you just don't feel rested at all. But you're not telling you're not saying who should fall. I think caffeine was the culprit. Oh, shoot. I think that was a bad time to summon Garuda. Caffeine was the culprit as I was working out 4-ish hours before sleeping. Working out should be fine, but caffeine... Oh, it takes 8 hours. Oh gosh, yeah. Caffeine does some pretty bad things to sleep cycles.
I hope you liked it.
Amanda does. Every time I hear that line, I just can't help myself. I gotta say it. Ah, there we go. Hey, open that previous treasure chest, or did I just ignore it? I don't know. I've only got one more inventory slot, really. Off to bed. All right. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you for swinging on by munchies. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest. I hope it's high quality, and I hope it goes uninterrupted. All that good stuff. Here we go. Okay, Titan / Ruby mode. Ifrit. Then Titan / Topaz mode. Then Garuda and Emerald mode. I didn't get to use my further rune, so we'll have to wait. Zero slots. That means the next treasure. That means I have to ignore everything else. Oh, this fella. This annoying fella. So I'm gonna stay at max range from this fella. Does have a rather large AoE that charms, so. Hey, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, the tank actually knows to interrupt this. I didn't trust the NPCs to do that. It is interruptible. And you should remember that it's interruptible. Because that move has a pretty large reach and, yeah. It inflicts charm, so.
Away with you.
Use the interrupt move again. As we defeated. Lorde. Lorde. Hi, Krista. It's a Krista. It's an RNG Krista. Go get him. Go get, sorry, go get her. Go get him. Yeah. Oh, I'm already in a good spot. I think.
Away with you.
Nope, now I'm in a good spot. So yeah, the forced march mechanic. Be ready for that. Read the words of the thing that's going to be used. Is it going to use retreat next? Nope, still advanced. Okay. Oh, there we go. Retreat. Elio check in for the 21st session. Nice. I don't know why I always get myself positioned for... Okay, advance? Okay, I'll just move over here then.
I have my pride.
Feel the might of the Kraken!
Aerial blast. Ooh, now I got my combos going. If we hit Limit Break 2, we should see Lise using it. We're not going to. I'm just going to use it then. Hello? Okay, great. I love being in the wrong spot. Anyway. Can't open treasure chest. Want. Alright. Off we go then. Goof around at the end. Oh, we're out here.
That appears to be the last of them.
And conveniently, it's not foggy here.
Word from the Misery. Repairs are complete, and we may resume our journey without further delay.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
Don't worry, Alfred. You have a ghost story now. Oh, we're sailing around. We're sailing around the bed. The phoenix. A bed. But also, that's a phoenix. And dog, welcome on in. Good to see you. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Hydration.
I remember the sea, the smell of the salt.
Don't mind if
and
I do.
The crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugano.
What? You couldn't smell the salty sea way back then? The sea's only salty around Kugani?
The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Doma. All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
I hope everybody's time zones are treating them well. I know there's a lot of areas preparing for a unpleasant storm. It's a pretty large area that winter storm's covering. They do tend to happen at least 1 to 2 times during the winter, so I guess we've got our instance then. But the cold did not come from the north. It is coming from the west. Ah. So I just noticed that the bot finally placed the posted the the archive that was supposed to actually be posted this morning. But I had Firebot in the test environment still, so it didn't send it. So that would be why it sent at 7 p.m. instead. Congratulations. You now stand in Kugane, the western port of Inagashi. Regrettably, the only port open in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. We have arrived. Can I talk to you from here, Alphanode? Because right now we make like this sort of a circle. Good. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we were far from home, with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Cavallin, I realized you pledged only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Othard, if were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul here who would aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. The captain makes a good point. 'Tis like Yukuri and Gozetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Othard, assuming they were not still in the city.
There we seek passage. Mayhap we first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphanid. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Carillion, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in that large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin, the Shiokaze Hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect. Or so they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we replenish our supplies, we must away. Ours was a fast-moving business. Is? The spice trade, you mean? The spice trade, you mean? But of course. Surely you did not think I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to a destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain. May the navigator watch over and keep you. Off they go. Right then, to the hostelry. After you. Are hostilleries the places with the shared bathrooms, or am I thinking of... No, not hostiles. Oh my goodness, I can't process words today.
I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
Oh, alright.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else.
Voice acted. I'm
Now,
gonna
if
shush.
you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the SLdr Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugani and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito, huh?
I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
Agreed, Alphanon.
My, such naked suspicion. I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
Yes.
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East.
Sorry,
you see.
Hancock.
One is compelled
Your
to
boss
talk in
sucks.
circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices?
I think Hancock couldn't feel the glare of Tataru. Look at Tataru's
Could be
freaking glare.
decidedly
Like,
reckless to say any more.
oh my goodness.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
Yeah,
To
much
paraphrase,
like the ones
Kagani
you're
is teeming
associated with.
Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
Yes, but it's not because we like your boss, alright? Well, Laredo will never be trusted. No matter what he does in the rest of his story, will never be trusted. And you must be sectoral leader, Cody, because I can't put my name in like the way I wanted to. Slayer of gods, rider of dragons, savior of Ishgard, stealer of pants, and some of the more puzzling rumors are to be believed. Not sure where you got the last one from. I wonder if Krista would be a stealer of pants. Oh. No, she does have some degree of respect to that kind of stuff too. Demenda, on the other hand, don't trust Demenda. I knew it. May I say, what an honor and a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance, good sir. I just know you and I are gonna get along famously. I mean, it depends on how loyal you are to your boss, alright? Udon, welcome on in. Good to see you. I hope you're having a fantastic time zone. Everybody, there's a reason why a shout-out goes out every time Udon arrives. It's because those streams are so much fun to hang out in. So, if you haven't already, make sure you're following Udon. Funny enough, I still get the follow banner, even though I'm already following Udon. But that might just be because I'm in my own channel? That might be why it behaves that way? But everybody else, if you see a banner and that heart is not filled, make sure you're filling that heart. A lot of fun over there, right? And there's so many cool interactions over there. You get your own little bot. You get your own little robot. And collect all the stuff. And don't get the banner. Unfortunately, Twitch prohibits us from following our channels. Just watch. See? Look, watch. Look, see? I'm not following my own channel. Twitch doesn't let me. How dare. Stormblooded. Good so far. We have finally gotten to, Kagani? I'm getting very confused with the big place. This... Okay, we just got here. So this is the big city of the Stormblood area. So, naturally, you can't ride mounts here. And it is also home to one of the most horrendous sightseeing points to get to. I'm telling you. I think the developers knew it would be like... New people would have a frustrated time with this one. They had to make something that was like tested your platforming skills to the limit. And this is one of those infamous ones. I'll show you the site if it's still there. Wait. Did I get this site or did I say screw this? I guess we'll find out.
Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company offices. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out the various landmarks on the way. If you would be so good as to follow me.
Oh yeah, this is where all the hunt stuff is too. For the Stormblood area. You might not have access to this immediately though. You'll probably have to progress far enough. I think I still have access here. So, there's a couple of minions you can get from all the hunt stuff. A Torajiro, which I like to call Swiss. That's our cat's name. Because it looks like our cat. Looked like our cat. Our cat doesn't have, like, the cute paunch anymore. He used to have, this, like... He used to be a somewhat paunchy cat. I don't have all the Raiden maps? Thanks for summoning a meteor. They actually have a varied hit rate. Hey, look at that. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here it is. I did say screw that. This site is one of the most horrendous sites to get. You can't use your mounts here. You can't fly here. You have to do a torturous amount of platforming to the top of this building. And then you have to jump onto here. By the way, I can do this emote too. If I can remember the emote name. Ah, there we go. Except they can move while doing it, and I can't. As soon as I start moving, I put it away. Okay. But yeah, once you get far enough, you can unlock the hunts and all that, and then you can get some cool stuff over here. How far away are we? Oh, good. You know what? That's fine by me. I'm going to take a quick little trip to... Oh, hold on. We're going to put that in the saddlebag because I already have a stack of that. There we go. We'll use this. And I'm just going to dispose of that extra gear that I got there that's taking up all my inventory. I need to do like a full inventory purge. Just get rid of the stuff that's been sitting in my inventory for a while. Now let's see if I can do this in New Game Plus. That is one of the... That is seriously one of the dumbest restrictions of New Game Plus. What part of the story... Why does this interfere with the story? Alright, we're gonna get rid of all this. I love hitting the cap. Alright. Oh, hold on. I think the teleport stuff is over here. Nope, it's here. However, I'm going to be capped in no time if I keep doing that, so... I need something else to spend this on. Oh, you know what? I can spend it on ventures. I have 220 ventures, but why not get more? keep me away from the cap for a little while. Alright. Press again. There we go. All right. Back to Kugani. I love running around just before I teleport. It's fun. All right. Oh, I gotta get New Game Plus back up. Resume. And I was going to get some of the ride-in maps. That's what I was going to do, too. Uh-oh, skidoo. By the way, Phoenix Downs used to be unique. You used to only be allowed to have one. Now you can have multiple. It's really nice when going through the deep dungeons, because some of the later deep dungeons are... they become quite crappy to deal with. Okay. They increase your mount speed, so... well, I take them. Gotta wait a bit. If you use them too quickly, then nothing happens. It ignores what you tell it to do. Everyone, if I could have your attention, please. You are now standing in Tenkanodo. Oh, Tenkonto. Tenkondo. Loosely translated, it means Spire of Drifting Souls, which, as some of you may have deduced, makes reference to the Aetheryte which stands over yonder. The design is markedly different from those of Charlian, yet I trust that its function is identical. A diplomat and a scholar, will wonders never ceased. The Far Eastern Afterlight technologies have a long and storied tradition. I assure you, this particular example was constructed by Onichishu, a collective of skilled craftsmen who guard their ancestral techniques with utmost secrecy. In short, you will find it no less reliable than its Western counterparts. A two, if you like. We've already done so, but we would do so if we're going through here for the first time. Hancock would very much like to continue talking. Why am I not surprised? Plus he's touring. Beautiful though as it may be, we cannot spend all day staring at the Aetheryte. Come, let us move along. The markets are next. There's our Garuda following us. What's that bird? Mystic Condor. Bird minion! We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kugane, Kugane-dori. Kugane, as you are doubtless unaware, is an ancient Hingran word for gold. So in this prosperous port where golden fortunes are made, lesser fortunes, or kugane, are earned by local merchants. It's all quite logical once you learn the language. Now you begin to speak my language. Oh-ho! A kindred spirit. What a pleasure to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of a hard-won coin. Angok of the East Aldern Trading Company. Are you with clients today? Why, if it isn't Master Keaton. Pray allow me to introduce you to my esteemed guests, but recently came from a distant Eorzea. His kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kogane Dori. Your sincerity is appreciated. As he says, I am Keaton of the Akushi clan, and it is an honor to serve as overseer of these markets. As we receive many foreign visitors in Kugane, we accept all manner of currencies. Rest assured, your Eorzean guild are welcome here. I invite you to pursue our wares at your leisure. They don't really talk much about conversion rates over here, do they? Arms, armor, foodstuff, potables. You'll find all of them here and more. All of them and more. Lamp oil, ropes, bombs? Yeah, of course. Conveniently, the plot brings you right by an Ethernet shard attuned to it. You got a lot of places to attune to and a lot of places to explore while you're here. And a lot of sights to take in, quite frankly. It's a pretty cool looking place. We're now in the Far Eastern area. If we may pause here for a moment. This road leads to Ijingai. The district with Ijin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. Would this also be where foreign embassies are found, including that of a certain empire? Precisely. So you see, it would not be all that unusual to cross paths with one of our Garlean cousins here. With that in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. We would not want any physical altercations, after all. Such spats being strictly forbidden. The Sekisei punish breaches of peace quite severely. I have seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation, though, to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they're executed on the spot. What? Cut down then and there? You're joking, right? Would that I were, but alas, those samurai are a humorless lot. But I recall one instance of a foreign merchant in his cups dared lay hands on a aristocrat in front of Sekisei. The samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. Oh, I don't even want to think about it. So, as you see, it would behoove you to behave. Failing that, we may be forced to part ways with one another. Or with yourselves, in the manner of late Teleji. Wow, okay, quite the dark humor you have there, sir. Oh, how I amuse myself. But we must carry on. I have yet to show you the Garlean consulate. Everyone's like, what the? Hey, you guys didn't leave enough room for me. Fine, I'm over here then. I wanted it to be a circle. This, as you may have surmised, is a consulate of Voldemort. Sorry, you know who. Mark the guards at the gate. Of the uniforms, not different from those you have seen in the West. Were you to travel far and wide, you would find that many such variations exist, often inspired by local designs. All of which goes to show even a massive empire seeking to rule all of creation is not without its artisans. There is so much more I could speak of. The soothing waters of the onsen, the imperial delights of the pleasure district. Ah, that's where you'd find Dibenda, by the way. Don't go down the wrong alleyway. But you were doubtless still weary from your long sea voyage. Let us retire to the company offices. We come in peace. Anyways. Bye-bye. Once again, you guys didn't leave a proper... Wait. Nope, never mind. We're good. Bolin formation. 5-pin setup. Hey, that's where the cutscene placed me, too. Well, sorry. Reverse Bolin setup. The 5 pins are actually laid out... You can't see my cursor. But 5 pins are actually laid out sort of the opposite way. They're in this formation, and they're sort of in this depth from each other. Except Totoro would be further back. Except the pins are closer towards the middle. Anyway. At long last, we arrive at our destination. May I present to you our humble offices. We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come, right this way. What a great time for me to have a hiccup.
Our thaumaturges took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Yes, we could swear here.
Your offer
Anyways.
is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed. Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity.
Ah, yes. Sponge Violet, welcome on in.
Sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
I hope you're having a lovely time zone.
I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Auri Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugani.
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me.
This
This calls for a map.
Philippines vacation captain's log number. I lost track. Oh my goodness. I hope you're continuing to enjoy the heck out of things over there. There's probably going to be more voices interrupting me pretty soon.
We are here in Kugani, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast. Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha.
Yangsha.
Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy.
Taking it easy for now. Family's having a massage therapy appointment in the afternoon. See if we could walk around the mall, take the place in.
Maritime Collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire. Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
Pay the toll or else. Ah, I see.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
Okay.
I'm told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process.
I'd even buy myself a diecast car or something.
We can make the journey together.
Fun little bonus to get.
In that case,
especially so far
no
away from
quid
home.
Pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
We are out of the voice cutscene. All right, now I can get ourselves caught up here. Just taking it easy for now. My family's massage therapy appointment in the afternoon. See if we walk around the mall, take a place in. Might buy myself a diecast car or something. It would be a pretty cool souvenir to get while you're so far out. The 20th marked 20 years, so my girl Nami from the Full Metal Panic debuted in a light novel. She's even on the cover. 2 whole years. That was the only image Nami fans at the time had of her. Oh, dang. It's pretty neat. In 2008, she appeared in the manga. A lot more images now, but not in full anime form. That would not come from another decade. Oh my goodness. $20 years. That's a long time. I have been... like 20 or is it 21 years ago that I moved away from my hometown or my home city's hometown, whatever, settlement. Oh my goodness. And I still like the place that I grew up in. It was like edge of settlement, facing the west. I could see thunderstorms hours before they finally arrive. By the way, ads are about to interrupt my little spiel here, so just be ready for that. I also watched Doki Doki Literature Club mod video called Within. Always focuses on some deep shit. The Doki Doki Literature Club stuff is like quite something else. I mainly know about it because I helped with some of the voices when one of my fellow allies streamed the game. Ah, yes. My intense... I guess it was an Australian accent for that one... for that one character. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh, that was good times. I did way better. I did great at that voice. It wasn't fitting. No. Actually, yes. Yes, it was fitted. But also, no, it was not fitted. Okay. So we've got our little observations here. Honestly, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get to my station to restart the computer. That's literally all I have to do when I get over there. Is just restart the computer. I sort of wish somebody at the remote site I could just tell them, yeah, just restart the computer. That's it. Because that computer, I have it so that in the event of a restart or in the event it comes back from a power outage, it'll automatically log back in. It'll run the startup script and it should be back up and running. Unless it is in the maintenance window, in which it waits until after the maintenance window to be up and running. But yeah, that's how that works. Ow. 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 But what about meow? Did my recent notification still have Saturday's message in it? Oh, for Pete's sake. Yes, it did. So the go live message was talking about tornadoes. That was Saturdays. I forgot to change it. I remembered to change everything else except for the go live message. So I mean, those of you joining partway in are probably not aware, but yeah, that go live message was definitely that was still from Saturday. I forgot to change it. We still got about 50-ish seconds left in the ads. Hey, Sangloon, welcome on in. Good to see you. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. We'll continue with this cutscene once the ad block is done. We still got about 30 seconds left in it. Once everybody is free from ads, then we'll continue. While the ads are running here, let me just take a quick look at the weather here because I am curious. There is a massive storm that's supposed to spawn. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now we got fog advisories sneaking in the middle of all the snowstorms. Jeez. Ah! Everybody's free from ads. There we go. Now I can catch up on some messages. You thought OG Doki Doki Literature Club was a wild ride. Within makes makes it look like a comedy movie. Oh gosh. I also watched Doki Doki Literature Club mod video, simply called Within, and holy smokes, that was some push shit. Okay, sectoral captain. Wow. All right. I don't know how interested you are in Doki Doki Literature Club, but watch it in your own time. It gets really heavy. Oh my goodness. The only problem is time. Time is something I don't have very much of. Time is not very generous with me. The ads are now in captivity. Yes, they are. Fantastic. So far, so good. Not looking forward to my Saturday weather. Oh, gosh. Yeah. So this massive area of... It's not a snowstorm, but there is going to be a lot of snow in it. But the wind values are not going to be high enough to make, like, full-out major snowstorm. However, snow, mixed precipitation, like sleet, there could be some freeze and rain in some of this. It's going to be a pretty gross mix. And it's going to be much further south. It's pretty far south. So a lot of these areas are not well equipped for this kind of weather. So conditions are going to be... It could be pretty treacherous. So, like, today is the day to get your stuff done. Some areas might have early symptoms of this beginning to develop already. Because... Oh, sorry. Tomorrow evening. So, tomorrow is the day to get things done before the evening. I keep thinking today is Thursday for some reason. Why? Why do I think it's Thursday? Alrighty. I have a heat wave coming. Well, take a heat wave over the, well, we're not supposed to get extreme cold. Well, not by our definition of extreme cold. Tomorrow night, minus 24. Or in the Fahrenheit scale, that's minus 11 Fahrenheit. That's just the air temperature. The wind chill's probably going to bring it down to a good, like, minus 30 here. So we're talking about, like, minus 19 or minus 22? I don't know. Oh, wait. I can just do this. I can just do this. I can go... Convert. Fahrenheit. Minus 30. Oh, minus 22. Okay. Minus 20. So, yeah, minus 22 Fahrenheit. Oh, my goodness. Yours is at 36 Celsius. Ugh. Oh, my goodness. Now, I'm up in the Canadian prairie, so Celsius is my default. So, it wouldn't surprise me if the wind chills were about minus 30 Celsius, so minus 22 Fahrenheit. Where we are. Not going to be fun. Thankfully, the duration of this extreme cold event is going to be on the short side. So we don't have to worry about dealing with this for too long. We'll be right back up. Oofa doofa indeed. It's not my favorite, especially since it's not coming with snow. My policy with winter and that is I will reduce the amount I complain about it if the cold comes with snow. That condition was met in December, so I had to bite my tongue at times because I didn't want to complain too much about winter. It's like, no, but winter's holding it. Winter is holding its part. If we get this extreme cold with as little snow as I'm seeing in the forecast, I have every right to complain a ton about winter. So winter, bring the snow with the cold. Or I'm going to be complaining a lot. What snow? Oh my goodness. Ah, so you... And that means also not southeastern Australia. Because southeastern Australia, they do sometimes get snow. Sometimes it goes down with... Actually, sometimes it even gets into the central east area. But, yeah. Far enough on the, far enough north in Australia, yeah, don't really get snow. No, fair enough. I spent 2019 in northern Australia, so I was in an area where snow was just not a thing. Although, there was one morning when I was working out there, the temperature actually went into the single digits. Imagine that. Victoria. Oh, in Victoria. Some parts of Victoria do, but it's the Highlands. It's the Highlands area. They can get snow. But outside of that, like when... Yeah, lower elevations, not happening. Oh, makes sense. I also spent a week in Melbourne as well, so I was in the Victoria region for a bit. Not during... Melbourne welcomed me with 90km/h winds. That was my day one in Melbourne. I did see it in the forecast, so it didn't catch me off guard. Also, the temperature was 40 degrees when I first arrived there. It was one of those heat spikes before one of the infamous cold fronts raced across and cut the temperatures down. So my suitcase wheel melted. Griffin gets 120 winds. Oh my goodness. Must be like right... Must be directly exposed to a lot of the cold fronts that passed by. Oh my goodness. I was in Australia for a full year, so I actually did a bit of studying on their climate while we did that stuff. It's fun. It is fun to study climate, especially in northern Australia, because the weather moves the opposite direction of what we're used to up here. The weather, whatever you see in the east is probably coming towards you. If weather comes from the southeast, probably getting thunderstorms. An open country, oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. Oh my goodness. No, that's one of my favorite years so far, is that 2019 when I got to be in Australia. Mostly in Northern Australia. Oh, I also spent a week in Adelaide too, but that's South Australia. That's not Victoria. That is South Australia. I like the species found. Actually, Adelaide had some beautiful birds. And bats. The grey flying foxes. Had some pretty cool bats too. No, it was a fun time. Very fun time. During my 1 week in Adelaide, apparently Darwin got to feel some of the earthquakes that originated from, I think it was close to Indonesia, which is Ring of Fire, so not too surprising for that particular area, but Darwin got to feel a bit of the earthquake, and it's like, oh, cool, okay. I didn't get to, so to this day, I still haven't been able to experience an earthquake. I wouldn't want to experience a high-intensity earthquake. Maybe just a light one, just to see, like, what the heck. But I don't think I'd want to experience an intense one at any point in time. Sort of like turbulence. Typically, the turbulence that that we're dealing with on flights is nil to light. I had one flight where it was like a little bit on the getting close to moderate. It's like, okay. I would never want to experience a severe turbulence event. No thanks. And thankfully I haven't, because pilots are really good at avoiding that stuff. They get some good training. Hey, look! They left a formation for me in the middle this time. Though I'm reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord Lilia's debt, we must avail ourselves to what means are available. Our Alamegan allies place their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them. A good samurai is hard to find. A samurai is a class you can be, too. I'm trying to remember if there's any extra requirements. I don't know if there's a story requirement in that. I know you need to be able to change jobs, of course. But samurai also, you need to be at least level 50 to accept the particular quest. I think you have to beat A Realm Reborn. Main A Realm Reborn, like the ultimate weapon. I think. I don't remember. I already met the requirements by the time samurai existed, so... Samurai starts as level 50 as well. Astrologian and Dark Knight, so those are the ones found in the Heaven Sword area over in, like, Ishgard. And I think the only requirements is you need to have access to the area. You're going to have at least one class at the required level, so you don't need to worry about that. However, the requirements is level 50, but they start at level 30. And Blue Mage, which, again, I don't remember the requirements for Blue Mage. It might be ultimate weapon, it might be further, I don't know. But once you're able to access it... Actually, no, it might be even earlier than that. That limited job starts at level 1. So, the same level as the base classes when you acquire them. It would seem inefficient for all of us to venture out in search of information on Yugiri and Guretsu's whereabouts. Agreed. Agreed. We need to cast our net wider, split up and pursue all available avenues of inquiry. But if we're to coordinate our efforts effectively, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed. Tadaru would seem best suited to the task of organizing our supplies and procure new ones. Yep, that sounds about right. While she attends that, we four can begin by our search by questioning the individuals Hancock identified. Alice and I will take those in the southern districts of the city, and you two take those in the north. Well, it looks like I'm chilling with Lise again. Alright. In anticipation of such an eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing a few sketches of Yugiri and Gagetsu during our Gosetsu during our voyage. Dang, Alfred, you are pretty freaking good at drawing. Wow, you still have warned me that you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. Looks like it's you and me, Cody. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. Alright. But others can listen in as soon as we step outside. Hey, checking in for the first time. Look at that. Secret text that you get. If you guys had the CC on, you probably heard like the secret text. Oh my god. Also, Krista would be proud of, oh wait, no, that's Diamond Aware, never mind. Alright. Wow, Alvin sketches are so, I don't know how to put it, but they're very high-end, high-skilled, freaking amazing. Yes, yes. I wish I could draw half as good as Alvin. Well, see for yourself. Review open sketch at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. Okie dokie. Seems like I have food ready. Wait, what? I'm supposed to go back here? Wait, what? Oh, higher elevate. Wait. Oh. Probably up these stairs then. Right? I have to view outfit and sketch with these. And then I get the same text. Wait, what? Why do I have a search radius here? And it's saying view the sketch. Oh, wait, what? With It looks like it looks more like them than they do. Honestly, he can make a living doing this. Oh, sorry. No time for distractions. Why don't we start by visiting Kakaru Onsen? That was it. Lise, you and I both with the troubles of pronouncing half of these names. Bokoro Inn, which you're probably not gonna be attuned to at this time, so you'll want to make your way there using your legs. Now, I'm only gonna continue for a little bit longer here, because there's this thing called food. That's I'd like to have some food. Come on. Burns, cuts, embarrassing rashes. Embarrassing rashes from going down the wrong alleyway and encountering Diamenda. Anyways. There is naught that the mystical waters of the Bokaisen hot springs cannot heal. Oh, what is that in your hand? A sketch. Witness. Drawing. You seek this aura and this Rogadin, do you? 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our apology to divulge information regarding patrons, past or present. Please, we came all the way from Eorzea to find our friends. We have our reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. They seek privacy and discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only Sexegumi may demand otherwise. I'm sorry, but there is naught I can do. I suppose we'll just have to ask someone else then. What about the woman who runs the hostelry? Kotokaze, was it? Takes a moment. I still don't know if I pronounced that right, but seems like a good attempt. Also, let's get my run going here. There we go. I already went the wrong way anyways. We're not trying to speedrun this. Oh dear, we have a delayed jump scare lined up. It will happen soon, trademark. Also, welcome on in, Saknika. Oh, wait. Am I... This way? This way. This way? Oh. Takes longest way possible around.
Welcome, traveler. Can I interest you in some rice wine? Exceptional quality, delivered but the other day.
I don't... The Warrior of Light does not trust drinks anymore because of Heaven's Sword.
Ah, an Orishinobi and a Regan Samurai. If I may, I would answer your question with some few of my own. If I speak of that, you know, Ijin, not be offended. You are familiar with the situation which, in the lands across the Ruby Sea, the doomed rebellion, after 2.5 decades of quiet.
Oh my goodness, that was definitely a delayed jump scare. Jeez.
I see. Are you familiar with the ways of Hingashi? How we elect to stand apart and support no cause but our own. Indifferent in colors, some may call us. But pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation such as ours is to survive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical. And so, Kugane is open to Ijin. And we are equally hospitable to all. Or, if I must speak more plainly, yes, I can help you. But if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment? If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish. The 2 individuals of whom you speak did indeed come here. They sought passage across the Ruby Sea. Few ships are willing to make the trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf. That was the extent of our interaction. I'll provide you with the names of the captains if you like.
A freedom of information. I see.
You've been a great help, Mistress Kotokaze. I'll be sure to come back for that wine sometime. We would welcome your custom, miss. We should question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first 3, I'll take the rest. And we'll meet here when finished. Alright? Good luck.
Once we're done doing all the questioning and stuff, I think that'll be our checkpoint. Let us... Oh, wait. Where am I going? The point to teleporting's over here. We have to pass by this most horrendous to access site every single time. Maybe one of these days I will get it out of the way so I don't have to see it every single time. Is there... Is there no place to teleport to where that is located? It's conveniently located right between 2 teleporters. Oh, that's neat. That's neat. This map, I swear. It looks like you can just go right through here. Ah, but you can't. This city has a whole lot of... It looks like you can go through here, but you cannot.
You cannot.
Show the sketch to the captains on the pier. You know what's interesting? Most dungeons don't have fall damage disabled. But peaceful cities and that, they have fall damage enabled. Cities are painful, but dungeons, they're painless. You don't have to worry about exploding knees. Those don't exist in dungeons. Only in cities.
Yes. A Brodagian gentleman did approach me. He wanted to charter a ship to take him across the Ruby Sea, the mad devil. I sent them away like all the others before him. The woman? Nay, I know her not.
Thank you for your insightful information.
If you ask me, this are women and this are samurai.
You ask me if I have seen this array woman and this Rodagan samurai.
The woman is unknown to me, but the man is not. He was for Doma, but I could not help him. We travel solely between here and Rats at Hand. It would be an unreasonable detour.
By the way, Rats at Hand is current expansion. Current expansion. So, this is the second expansion. We're on the 5th expansion right now, so this is like a few expansions later that we finally find out where the heck Rats at Hand is. Which I just call Rats at Hand. Rats. Oh, rats. I have to go to a higher elevation for this last one. In here? Okay, do I have anybody I can talk to over here? I don't like how large the search radius is for this particular quest. I think they could have done by shrinking it a little. All right. Meticulous merchant.
Passengers? No, we no longer offer that service. Too much trouble. Now we only transport goods. I told this to the samurai and sent him on his way. The women? Ah, if it is women you seek, the pleasure houses have plenty.
Okay, that has nothing to do with our search. We're not looking for Dimenda. Right? And even if one looks for Dimenda, it's rare that you find her if you're actually searching for her. She finds you. Anyways. By the way, this is where the horrendous platforming begins. It's these tiny platforms. Yep. Yeah. I think you have an idea of how ridiculous it gets. That has no collision. That's funny.
How did it... Oh, never mind. Judging by the look on your face, you didn't have much better luck than I did.
No, we didn't. Better luck next time. You placed 4th place. Better luck next time. Alrighty. I'm going to take a look at who to send you off to. So let's bring us back over to this screen here. I'm going to exit the game for the time being. We're currently in a peaceful area, so the logout should be instant. Now, where the heck are we going? Okay, we got a few options, but also... I gotta stop dying first. There we go. I'm gonna take a look at the recent raids, so disable all of this and go raids, and check a channel that we might go to. Eh? Wait, what? Hold on, what? The just chatted scene is an Wait, where'd that come from? Oh my goodness! That was RNG! I changed to an unsupported scene when RNG rolled something. You know what that means? That means RNG probably made it a bonk. Bonk doesn't work on this scene because I don't have the animations configured to aim for avatar in center. Actually, I only have them properly configured to reach for the avatar if the sectoral leader was to the left either. I still haven't done that because I keep forgetting to put it on my to-do list, which makes me forget it entirely. All right. Who can I send you off to? That was recent. That was even more recent. All right. I like sending off to like a variety of different folks here, so I gotta make sure. How long has it been since I sent you over here? Also recently. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the options that we have are folks that I've sent you to. Ooh. How long has it been since I sent you over here? Also recently. Oh my goodness. All right. There is just no winning. All right. You know what? I'm throwing away the recent. We're just sending you to whoever. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys to Sylph. I'm sending you guys to Sylph. Okay, Sylph's doing some art. Sylph's also pretty friggin' good at art. Much like we know of Alphadud now. Alphadud's pretty good at art. Sylph's pretty good at art. Let's get this raid started. Congratulations to the top 3 in the passive race. You get bonus gold pieces to use in future sound commands. The first raid message is for subs. However, if you don't have a sub, we've got a message just underneath. Anybody can use that one. Feel free to use either or as we head over and say hello to Sylph. Thank you for joining, everybody. Whether you're here in full, in part, whether you're active, whether you're lurking, or somewhere between, it's all greatly appreciated. The next stream is going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. It will be for 3 hours. I'm not making it any longer than 3 hours. I've got a very early morning thing to do, so, yeah. Oh. What the heck are we doing on that day? We are doing Planet Coaster, and I might sneak something else in. But, yeah, Planet Coaster. Friday, FaceTuber Friday. Look forward to Stu Focus High Tilt. Oh my goodness. Well, welcome back, Aqua. Friday. The Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker continues on FaceTuber Friday. Saturday, look forward to some good old Outbreak. We're going to be doing a bunch of storm chasing. All right, everybody. Oh, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Till next time, take good care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and keep being your wonderful selves. Till next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.